Coach, you talked to your team quite a bit about not playing tight. Easier said than done. What is the key to not letting this moment be too big?
Yeah, talk about it, confront it, and we just talk all the time about our process and the next step, and there's a bunch of stuff going on, but just focusing on what really matters is the key.
Your key wide receivers, Devin Allen and Darren Hallington, aren't available. How do you compensate for that loss tonight?
Our team, our team. We're not an offensive, defensive, special teams unit. We're a team, and there's a bunch of guys that can make plays. Now we have to, deal with the guys in scarlet and gray.
Coach, thank you. Enjoy it. Let's head over to Tom.
Heather, thank you, Urban. After the chase and the commitment and the preparation, you're finally here with your team. Why will you win?
I'm worried about kickoff right now. I got a great group of kids. I love them to death against a great team. College football is highest level right now.
Good luck to you.
Thanks, man. Let's go.
He says it with a smile, Kirk, with the typical Urban Meyer intensity, and he's been working along with Tom Herman, Cardale Jones, to get his head in the right place for this championship game.
Such a big part of the game is how Cardale will perform under this pressure. He performed so well against Alabama, and his best friend Ezekiel Elliott, Joey Bosa, the defensive line from Ohio State, also will be challenged, obviously, in a way that they've not seen all year. They've got to be able to deal with that tempo, and they're going to get a look at it right away.
Ducks always get the ball first because they take it when they win the toss, and the opponent typically defers. So we'll see Marcus Mariota against Bosa and company momentarily. Kyle Clinton, the fifth-year senior from Dublin, to kick it off and begin this first championship game of the playoff era. True freshman Charles Nelson, the lone deep man for the Ducks at his goal line. Nelson will not test the Piranhas kickoff coverage team of Ohio State. They fake it to Thomas Tyner, throw it near side. Catch made by Byron Marshall, and a nice gain for the Ducks.
How many do they have committed to the pass?
Second down, another completion, and a first down across the 40-yard line.
They'll freeze the linebackers and safeties, makes it an easy throw out to the edge.
Tyner trying to pick his way, cuts it back. Darren Lee, the second handoff. Tyner again, breaks free, loses the ball. It bounced right back to him. A lucky break for the Ducks, who pick up another first down, but just dodge a fumble.
Yeah, the fumble, but look at the hole that he's running through. And I think a defender just, as he's getting blocked there, he just kind of backhanded the ball. I think it was Michael Bennett, got a hand on it and knocked it free. But a big hole there for Tyner to run through.
Tyner again, set us up, shows the power. This is a guy that had a big Rose Bowl after
he wants to snap.
Tyner again, maybe tired, but hammers forward for another first down. The Ducks delivering blows.
He went right over top of Darren Lee, a key defender for the Ohio State defense. I'm telling you, they've had 11 days to try to get ready. You simulate it in practice, you think you have an idea, and then you're looking at number 8 and the tempo on the first drive, moving right down the field. A little bit of a shock element going on for Ohio State's defense.
Royce Freeman replacing Tyner. He motioned out, but Mariota will pick his way up the middle, and another nice gain for the quarterback before Curtis Grant stopped him. Ball comes out. A scrum. Was he down before the ball came out? They ripped it out as he was rolling on the ground. We're still conferring this Big 12 crew. Referee Greg Burke's in charge of it.
It looked like as he was going down, he was being tackled there.
First down, Ohio State.
So it's ruled a fumble on the field. We'll take a look at it.
Turnovers, a big key is the knee. Yeah, the knee's down. The left knee is down, and then he comes out. That's a great look at it right there. There's a gray area. The officials turned it and said, you know what, it's Ohio State's ball, but now you leave it up to the booth upstairs to get a good look at it. Clearly, he was down. Oregon will maintain possession. State.
Previous play is under further review.
It's Jack McDonald, Kirk, the replay official in this Big 12 crew, in charge of looking at it.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do on the field. You call it the turnover, give Ohio State the ball. It gives the guys upstairs plenty of time to look at this. See, clearly the left knee is down.
Mariota took a shot from Bosa in the back as he was being tackled.
A big factor in this game will be both these offenses, guys. They're going to move the ball. I mean, both these offenses you would think are going to have success. Turnovers and who scores touchdowns in the red zone will be the big things that are going to determine the outcome of this football game. They're going to move. Both will move the ball.
We saw Mariota in the Rose Bowl throw just his 3rd interception of the season. We talked about an offense that's
under 3.
After further review, the runner's knee was down. It'll be Oregon ball. 2nd and 4 at the 25. Please set the game clock to 13:24.
I apologize.
13:24.
2nd and 4, and that's why it took the time to just make sure that they got the down in the distance and the placement of the ball right.
That overturn came as no surprise. The Ducks offense was right there, huddled.
Breath and try to make a couple adjustments on the sideline. Remember, it's about the red zone. You're going to move the ball. Do you score touchdowns?
They fake it to Freeman, pitch it far side. Catch made, and trying to make a man miss is Nelson, who does have a first down. The Floridian.
Now you just throw it out to a wide receiver.
Freeman. Heavy traffic in the middle, and he's hit by Curtis Grant. 2nd and 8. They fake it to Nelson. Mariota keeping all the way. Rolls around the right side and lowers the shoulder. Should have a first down inside the 10.
Pick up that first down.
Mariota still got it. Pressure. Now gets away. Flings it for a touchdown. Keenan Lowe puts the Ducks on top.
It's a great job of improvising by Marcus Mariota. The play that was designed was covered, and Von Bell, the safety, lost his man.
Will they go for 2? They'll typically do this. Taylor Ailey is the 3rd-string quarterback in the holder. They'll see if the opponent's ready for it. The Buckeyes look ready.
Yeah, after last week against Florida State, that's something I'm sure Urban Meyer and his staff got their group ready for. So they come back in to kick the PAT.
With the freshman from Portland, Aiden Schneider. Ducks dodge disaster in that opening drive. Could have had 2 turnovers, but instead up 7-0. They go 75 yards.
And 11 plays, under 3 minutes, 2:39 to the left. You'll see number 11, Von Bell. He lost his man. He got caught up looking in the backfield. There's a great look at it right there. He's got a man. He's got a cover. He sees Mariota starting to take off. He leaves his man, and Mariota does a great job of locating the open man who's been left by Von Bell and puts the ball in there for the touchdown. Going to get outside.
He could not force Oregon even into a 3rd down play on that drive. Lowe, his first catch in 3 games, the senior with the touchdown. Matt Logan to put it away. And the freshman, Curtis Samuel, takes a knee.
Elliott.
Elliott is behind, the 6'5", 250-pound sophomore from Cleveland. They give it to the sophomore from St. Louis in a short game. Who want for 230 against Alabama, Sugar Bowl record. Jones, a 2nd down throw. He can run it, and he scoots out of bounds across the 30. First 3rd down of the game. Elliott motioned out. Jones feels the pressure, escapes, lowers his head, and powers for a first down. That's when the 250.
Take those reads. He'll have to run a lot tonight.
This is Elliott. Gets it on 4.
The big play.
It's Jalen Marshall who comes in motion near side, catches the pass from Jones, hit immediately, spun around by Tyson Coleman, and this time he needs 7. Ducks rush 4. Jones. Again, they're spying him, but he gets away from the spy momentarily. Reggie Daniels stops him short of the first down.
Chris, that's exactly right. That's something that Don Pelham told us that they would do. You'll see him off to the left. He drops out, and then he's going to come back in. He's in there just to spy, just for the 3rd down scramble. You can see the coverage is outstanding. They use the safety, Daniels, who's 6'1", 205 pounds, gets him out in space, brings the big fella down.
Of 30 Aussies who went in college football, Cameron Johnston, the sophomore, boots it away. And Johnny Lloyd, who was a point guard of the Oregon basketball team, special teamer, Alele Ford. Mariota flips it over the middle on first down. It's Lowe again, breaking free. Keenan Lowe barrels out near the 40. The senior, known more as a blocker lately, making an impact.
And here comes tempo after a gain like that. Mariota already has him at the line of scrimmage. See how quickly, no substitutions. He can snap it as fast as he'd like.
And that was pretty fast. And here's Tyner again. They're testing the midsection of that Buckeye defensive line.
And also into the game. Got to stay fresh for 4 quarters to try to have a chance to stop him.
2nd down handoff for Tyner. Good blocking at the edge. And now he's hit at the 45. It'll be 3rd and 3. Bucks into a 3rd down play. Mariota, near side, drops. Would have had first down yardage, but the freshman Nelson could
drop. A great read by Mariota. The flat defender went out wide. It opened it up. And look at a young freshman. Have his head looking up, maybe hearing footsteps.
Ian Wheeler, the freshman for Oregon, to punt. And it's Jalen Marshall who let it go. Ducks try to down it. Good job throwing it back in the field of play by Dior Mathis, the corner on special teams. And the young quarterback pinned back inside the 5 for his 2nd possession. You're watching the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T. Terrific punt by Wheeler. So this looks familiar for Ohio State fans. Lots of bad field position in that win over Alabama.
No doubt about it.
Jones, the safe play, the keeper. They're at him quickly, though. That was Buckner invading the backfield.
Yeah, this defense.
One pass and won it 4 times. From his end zone. Escapes, barely. He just throws it away.
Long inside, deep in your own territory.
And motion Elliott in late. Jones shows the big arm and has a first down completion to Corey Smith across the 30.
Now that play took a lot of time to develop, and you'll see one Ohio State receiver off to the right clear out Chris Cisse, and it opened up. It's a levels route where you need that receiver to clear out. Watch 12. He's going to clear out. It opens up a nice vacancy underneath, and that's where Corey Smith's able to come up with a big catch.
You see the strength of Jones' arm. Much bigger arm than Braxton Miller or J.T. Barrett. Goals on play action. Fires it far side into traffic. Catch made. Jalen Marshall. Well covered by the safety Dargan, but the Buckeyes are moving now.
Yeah, now they're trying to attack downfield. That's where their quarterback, Cardale Jones, feels most comfortable. It's actually pretty good coverage. It's a wheel route from Jalen Marshall. The safety Dargan's right with him, but he didn't turn around to find the football. Marshall did, and he came up with a catch.
Back-to-back 26-yard gains. Elliott. It's been tough going.
With a 26-yard gain. It's a wheel route. You have a very talented wide receiver catching that off the back of Dargan. So
2nd and 9. Jones pressured again. Strong enough to get away. Loops it for Elliott. A high throw, a danger. Another 3rd and long. They only rush 3. Jones tries to get it on the ground. Hammered just short of the 1st down at the 35 by Hardrick. Hot pass. Marshall fighting for it. It's close. Where's that ball? Right on the yellow line. Looks like Ohio State has converted.
Wow, that is really, really close. They're going to bring out the chains to make sure.
That pop pass. 1st down. Wow. Barely.
Half the length of the football. And we asked him in that meeting, you get into these 4th downs and 4-down territory when you're about to get to that 30-yard line, 35-yard line, and he said, hey, we're an aggressive team. That's kind of our nature.
Both sides unafraid to go for 4th downs. So Ohio State's already moved 64 yards from the shadow of their end zone. It's Curtis Samuel, the true freshman, to the right of Jones now. Jones again steps up to avoid pressure, loops it over the head of Samuel, who came out of it. Elliott breaks free. Ezekiel Elliott gets a block and busts to the end zone. The final 33 yards of a 97-yard Ohio State touchdown drive. And the man who ripped up Bama. Off to a slow start here until that run, Kirk.
They had bottled him up for sure, Chris, until that run. The success in the passing game opened that up.
Freshman Sean Nurnberger ties the game at 7. There is a flag down. Hold on, there's a flag on the PAT. The 2 26-yard plays to get out of Banfield position. The 4th and 2 conversion. And then Elliott's 15th touchdown run this season.
Yeah.
Greg Burke's mic breaking it up. They called a hold on Ohio State. I believe he said number 48. So they'll re-kick it.
What did Ohio State need an answer with the way Mariota and Oregon's offense looked in that first drive? And really the only reason they got stopped in the second drive is they dropped the conversion on the throw on 3rd down.
So Nurnberger, who hasn't missed one this year, 83 for 83, the 30-yard PAT. It was Jalen Marshall by the nose of a football, prolonging the drive.
That was the big play. This keeps the drive alive. But watch the block by Nick Vanette, 81. Boom, right there. A trap opened up the middle. And when you give Ellie a little bit of room to get to that second level, he not only has the power, he's got the speed and quickness and great feet to get into the end zone and tie this game up for Ohio State.
Mariota back to work. We're all even in Arlington. The Unitas, the Maxwell trophy case in Hawaii is going to be very full. This is Nelson. He dropped that pass earlier on 3rd down, tries to get wide. Very tough to do against a fast coverage team like Ohio State, but Nelson did actually get the corner, got to the 17. Defense got some rest, and then Ohio State possession. Tyner again, stiff arm to the face, and another good 1st down game.
Opened it up.
And fake it to Freeman. This is one of the heroes, Evan Baylor.
Over roll tonight.
Got the 1st down. Mariota keeps it at the last minute, flipped it to the edge to Bayless, but Tyvis Powell was ready for
game. But you too many defenders inside, I'll flip it outside. You're going to give me the inside, I'll take the inside. It's all about the numbers for Oregon.
Freeman hitting the backfield. Adolphus Washington beat the block. So
McMillan, the true freshman, comes from the right. You're also going to see Darren Lee, who heads there for the quarterback. Very aggressive on this series.
Mariota flips it downfield, has a man wide open who drops it. Dwayne Stanford was backpedaling in Ohio State territory. The second 3rd down drop for the Ducks in the quarter.
Yeah, and not only that, Adolphus Washington, this is what that tempo can do to you. He's trying to get off the field. If Mario would have snapped the ball quicker, there would have been 12 defenders on the field for Ohio State. But Stanford, who's from Cincinnati, Ohio, high school teammates with Washington, drops A huge play for the Oregon offense. The second.
So Wheeler again. And Jalen Marshall at his 35. Marshall feels it. It immediately. It spins free. Jalen Marshall still running across midfield. Showing the versatility. And he sets up the Buckeyes in plus territory.
Young man was a high school quarterback in Middletown, Ohio. An unbelievable option quarterback. A lot of versatility. He's moved to receiver. This gives you an idea of what he can do with the football in his hands. That's why they try to get him the ball as many times as they can. Get him in space. Get him on special teams. He's physical. He's not just quick. He can.
And now another huge drop by Stanford on third down. Punt return setting up Jones at the 46. Elliott. Nice gain inside the 40. Jones on 2nd and 4, puts it near side to Michael Thomas. And Thomas knocked down, but not. Jones, a first down throw. As all day, loops it over the middle downfield into the end zone. Broke it up, and a flag comes in. Troy Hill was covering the home run threat for the Buckeyes, Devin Smith.
That's when number 9 is out in the lineup, out wide. Most of his catches are downfield. Oregon knows that. Troy Hill, as soon as the ball is snapped, he's bailing, trying to get deep, knowing that Smith's going to try to go vertical on him.
Talking about a guy, Kirk, who averages almost 28 yards per catch.
Pass interference. Defense, number 13. 15-yard penalty. It is first down.
You got the corner from Youngstown, Hill.
Yeah, Hill all over his back. Easy call for the official. The vertical passing game again. It's going to be an ongoing battle tonight because Oregon does not want to give up the easy strike that they've seen on Troy Hill.
Smith, great job boxing out. Might not be a more gifted receiver on deep balls in college football. As Elliott takes a handoff. Barrels free again. Zeke Elliott down near the goal line.
Going to have to be the Ohio State running game and Zeke Elliott. This time he follows a couple of his linemen, Elfine and also Billy Price, and follows them and picks up.
On 1st and goal, Jones bobbled the snap. Now fires far side. Bennett, touchdown, Ohio State.
Just the end of this play to make sure he broke the plane. The ball breaks the plane right there. A touchdown and the right call downstairs.
Junior from Westerville, Ohio. Bennett's 5th touchdown reception. Jones came close to losing that snap. So eager to get this play off. So Ohio State held down an early 7-0 hole with a 97-yard drive, followed by a 46-yard 4-play touchdown drive set up by the punt return and keyed by this pass interference call.
Yeah, this was big, Chris. That's a great observation. He did kind of use his body to keep Hill away from it. The only way Hill could get there is to go through him, which was the interference. But Zeke Elliott right now is starting to get some traction. 6 carries, 62 yards, such balance and vision and power. And then the touchdown. A little bit of another page out of Oregon's book. Bennett man-to-man, but Daniels gets there late, and there's the arm strength coming into play once again from Jones to get it to Bennett quickly to give him time to get to the corner to get the touchdown.
How would the inexperienced quarterback execute in the red zone? It was a big question. So far, so good for Cardale Jones and his offense.
And Chris, I think that's the thing that you have to really step back and be in all of with Cardale Jones. It's not just the numbers that he's putting up. It's very rare. I don't think in my lifetime it's never happened where a guy sits around for 11 or 12 weeks, doesn't take a meaningful snap. He's thrust into a Big Ten championship game, plays well. 3 weeks later, he's playing Alabama and Nick Saban when they have time to get him ready. He plays incredibly well and with such poise for a guy that has not played a lot of football. And again, we're seeing a lot of the similarities from those first 2 games that he's played again tonight.
Clemson to boot it away. They'll typically boot it to that left quarter. This one's so deep, there'll be no return. So 2, Tyner and Freeman flanking Mariota. This is Tyner. And Tyner near a first down. Buckeyes got a chance to get a breather, but Mariota fakes it and gets to the edge. He fooled the Buckeyes defense and then flashed the speed.
Well, Ohio State was in position. Steve Miller went down on the dive, and Eli Apple was there to make the tackle. It's one thing, again, to draw it up. It was perfectly designed by Luke Fickell, but Eli Apple's got to try to make a tackle on the Heisman winner.
Freeman barrels ahead, fights forward to the 45. And Mariota wasn't ready for the snap. It's a false start for Oregon. They'll make it 3rd and 6.
Stevens, the left guard.
False start. Number 54 offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
On the Sugar Bowl. Mariota has protection, throws into traffic, and it's incomplete.
Electing to sit back and play zone, rushing 4, trying to play some zone. They've got some defenders underneath there. Looked like that's the reason Marshall came up frustrated, as he felt
that right arm.
Yeah, the right arm hooked Marshall.
Could have been interference, and fans know that the Big 12 crew not usually shy about throwing flags on pass interference. That was the national reaction when they were announced as the officials for this championship game. Another penalty, a false start. We'll back up the Ducks before Wheeler's punt.
False start. Number 44 offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
And on 3rd down for the Ducks, Kirk, 2 drops. One by Nelson, one by Stanford, and that non-call. Marshall, nice return last time, takes it at the 25, gets the edge again, and tight ropes along the far sideline. Ohio State wanted a late hit flag, and nice to have a 7-point push and end the ball if you're... Jones rolls out, thought about looking downfield, dumped it short, but it's off the hands of Teams to clean his home state by that injury against Michigan. Third down. Jones again has space and motors into Ducks territory for a first down.
Boy, he recognized this and he took it. He was able to break contain. They did not do a good job of keeping him in the pocket. Instead of just kind of easing his way outside of the pocket, he sees it and he knows it's 3rd and 7. This is again the awareness, the recognition for an inexperienced quarterback. Picks up the first down.
This defense, it's reeling a bit, looking a bit confused and frustrated. Go far side. Michael Thomas breaks a tackle. Slammed down at the 40, but he got fired. Elliott, he mishandled the handoff, and the Ducks recover a fumble. Right on cue, there was a miscommunication between quarterback and running back.
No question about it. Looks like Jones was a little confused. You had Elliott trying to pull at the ball. Let's see, it's a little bit of a mesh point. Oh, yeah, Jones was going to initially go play action and just put it in there, and then he pulls it back, and then he tries to put it back in. Elliott was just running a play fake. Great heads-up play by Oregon. Remember, #1 in the nation in turnover margin. This is what they do. They get turnovers, and they get the ball back to their offense in Mariota.
Alex Balducci, the scrappy nose guard from Portland, made the recovery. So Mariota from the 41. The Tyner to his left. They fake it to him, fire far side, and it looks like Bayless is okay. The tight end back in the game.
Yeah, so head athletic trainer Kevin Stout heavily retaped his ankle yesterday.
Tyner takes a shot from Darren.
When they get the ball, they usually capitalize. They did it last week against Florida State 5 different times.
Yeah, because it's the hardest offense in the country to face on sudden change. The defense not expecting to go out there. All of a sudden, you're facing Mariota in this blur attack. Mariota saw something, checked to it, fires over the middle, and running free is Byron Marshall down near the 25. That was an adjustment at the line.
It sure was, and a good job of getting to the middle. He comes back to his 3rd or 4th option, comes back to the middle of the Ohio State defense.
Near side, this is Stanford, who had the drop earlier, making the catch and
be able to get your hands on the ball.
Second, Nate Mariota fires. Marshall makes the catch and spins out of bounds. 1st and goal. You fake it to Tyner, fire it near side. Bayless is hit immediately after a short gain. Mariota flips it over the head of Bayless, who got caught up in traffic. It's like this can decide a championship game. 3rd and goal. Marshall, they fake it to him. Mariota keeping all the way. Gets the corner, shows the ability to lower the shoulder, but the Buckeyes, Ducks said they play this game like any other. Going for it. Handoff, Tyner. Not going to get there.
Tyvis Powell, the safety, who secured the victory a week ago against Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. And that last play, that last Hail Mary, came in a hurry along with the middle linebacker, Curtis Grant.
Flag comes down in the scrum after the play. And Buckeye is down in the end zone. Talking about a team, Kirk, that's converted 17 times on 4th down this year. That was the biggest 4th down attempt, and the Buckeyes stop him.
It was Cameron Hunt and Michael Bennett got tangled up. It was ugly.
The runner was short of the goal line. It'll be 1st down, Ohio State. After the play, personal foul, number 53, Ohio State. Penalty to be enforced half the distance to the goal. Timeout.
That's Bennett. Half the distance is about 4 inches. They'll review whether or not Tyner got there, but I don't think so.
Yeah, you can see. I mean, what a heck of a job by Ohio State's defense. Tyvis Powell and Curtis Grant. And afterwards, some fisticuffs after the play is dead.
Helfrich, though. Cardell Jones under center the ball about a foot from the goal line, and he's able to sneak it out a couple yards.
Remember the last trying to give themselves a little bit of wiggle room. Remember, you're used to taking a snap from a shotgun. All of a sudden, you get back into your own half yard.
Second down handoff. Elliott again busting free. Cuts it back up the middle, drag down near the 30, and the Buckeyes again escape their own goal line.
Chris, it's the exact same play that he scored a touchdown on. Watch Bennett. Boom, that block right there. A good block by Pat Elfine on the play side, on the right side. Opened it up, and it's Bennett again. This time he takes out DeForest Buckner, and a good job by the right side of the offensive line. Elfine.
4 carries, net of almost nothing. His last 4, he was already near 100 yards. First down play action. Jones delivers far side. Catch is made again by Bennett, the tight end.
You don't go for it. He told us your kids start to maybe panic and think you're treating the game differently.
Elliott. Buckner collide, and the running back wins that battle, spinning from his end. Another first down throw from Jones. Takes a shot downfield, has a man wide open. It's Corey Smith. Loses the ball. Turned it over, and the Ducks recover. Rodney Hardrick after the game was down into the red zone. Ohio State loses it again.
Again, this is what Oregon does. They're going to give up plays. They did it against Florida State last week in their Rose Bowl game. They don't give up after giving up some yards. You can see they're ball hawks. Troy Hill puts his helmet right on the football, and there's the middle linebacker, Hardrick, picking it up. So 2 turnovers now for the Ducks against this Ohio State offense.
So Ohio State misses a chance to increase it. So Mariota from the 9-yard line gives it to Freeman. Muscled down by John.
Yards of offense.
The tempo doesn't work if you're stuffing the running game, and Oregon's going to be forced. Ohio State closing in on Mariota. Knocks him down. Adolphus Washington, the tackle, got there, combining with the freshman Lee.
This is where Ohio State's defense has changed the most from last year to this year. So creative now on 3rd down. Washington beats his man and gets around the freshman. Well, how about the pressure? They brought the linebacker Grant and Darren Lee, who has become an enforcer for the Ohio State defense.
Buckeyes defense this year, and Wheeler's in his end zone. Marshall scampers over and makes a fair catch, and Ohio State will start in plus territory at the 49. The Ducks of cashing takeaways into points get nothing from those back-to-back fumbles for Ohio State. Jones now backpedaling. Chased by Buckner, and just throws it away. But Marshall motions in. They hand it to him, but the Ducks invade the backfield, drop him for a 2-yard loss. And he
shooting through here. He's going to come right here, and he's going to come downhill. Doesn't hesitate at all. Sees it, reads the keys, shoots through that offensive line. Elliott didn't have a chance on that play.
Position for the Buckeyes, who need 12 on this 3rd down. Jones steps up. Fires downfield. Devin Smith is open and makes the catch at the 5.
Lined up on the left side. He's going to come right through here. A heck of an adjustment here by Cardale Jones. You know about him scrambling. Here, he keeps his eyes downfield. He sees Smith getting the separation, and I love that he threw it all the way away from Daniels to allow Smith to run underneath that. And that's
to go out and run for the ball. On 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it and gets inside the 5. 2nd and goal. Bucks are crowding the line. Jones again keeps it. Barrels forward. Touchdown.
Let's make sure he got across. He follows Zeke Elliott. Yeah, he extended before the knee touch. That's a touchdown.
Great job not letting the knees hit the ground. The elbow is close to the goal line. We'll take a look. Elbow was down before the ball broke the plane. That's what they'll look at.
Rolling on the field was touchdown. Previous play is under further review.
Yeah, I was focused on his knees, Chris. I was checking to see if his knees touched.
They did not. The elbow there when the ball is just a little bit short of the goal line.
This would be a great look.
Dave Katayas are.
He's down there, and the ball had not crossed the plane.
Dave, how would you rule on this if you were in the position of the replay official?
Remember one thing here is that hand is not down, but any part of that wrist or arm beyond the hand is down before that ball is short. We're not going to have a touchdown, and we need to take another good look at this to make sure there's indisputable video evidence that that arm is not down.
And Dave, for the viewers, even if his elbow touches the line, that's not breaking the plane. It's all about the football, right?
Right. Now take a look at this shot. You see the elbow on the goal line and his forearm, and look where the ball is.
After review, the runner's elbow hit the ground, and the ball was short of the goal line. It'll be 3rd down at the half foot.
Center. Sneak. 2nd effort. Spins into the end zone. And Cardale Jones has given the Buckeyes a 2-touchdown lead.
Oregon stopped him initially. I think they knew obviously what was coming, and initially he stopped. But the spin and then that 2nd effort gets him in there for the touchdown.
Ohio State surviving fumbles on their 2 previous drives. Drives 49 yards in 6 plays. And the Ducks, after scoring first, the kings of the quick scoring runs, watch the Buckeyes put up 21 straight.
You got to go back to the play. The big throw by Jones on the move, throwing that ball downfield away from the defender Daniels. A heck of a catch to set up this touchdown. They came back on 3rd down. It didn't count on the 2nd down, but this time Jones takes it in for the touchdown that we saw in that first drive.
Buckeyes will typically only play on the left half of the field when they kick it off. And once again, a touchback. Mariota keeps it. Gets a block on the edge and ducks down after a short.
Usual for their running game.
Mariota flushed again. Flips it. Far side. Catch made. Marshall forced out.
Crosby.
Number 75 offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
Second and 18. Buckeye fans on their feet and hollering. Pump fake. And it's a catch and a low throw by Marshall.
He didn't get there, but they got pressure.
Mariota on third down, over the middle, and a catch made, a tough one by Dwayne Stanford. Little piece of redemption for the earlier drop, a big conversion to the 46.
And he does a great job of settling down there and making a heroic catch after the drop that he had earlier.
At 28 and then 11, and they're playing quickly. This is Tyner muscling back in it.
He settles down in the zone and then goes up in the air knowing that a safety is going to lower the boom, holds on to the ball. Great job by Dwayne Stanford.
And now the challenge, Kirk. 12 seconds after the big gain, they snapped the first down play. Ohio State thought they had him stopped. Mariota over the middle, Marshall again, and he got away from Perry. The line
can't stay with Marshall in space.
Here comes the blur speed, and Mariota takes off. The Buckeyes got plenty of team speed on defense too. Von Bell.
Almost every play, 43. They bring him again. This time he gets outside of it. But Chris, you mentioned, how about Raekwon McMillan, the middle linebacker, 240 pounds, chasing him along with Von Bell.
That is a fast-moving young 240-pounder.
Future superstar.
Five-star recruit out of Georgia. It's Freeman. They fake it to him. Mariota on the keeper. They're ready for him, and they force him on the boundary. Mariota, pass far side. Nice catch made. First down to the 15-yard line. 170-pound freshman Nelson takes a blow but holds on.
One of the toughest guys on this football team, wearing number 6 after DeAnthony Thomas from a year ago. He knew he was going to get hit, but holds on to the ball.
Tempo again. Freeman again. Now inside of 2 minutes before. Freeman picks his way. Mariota's got it. Flips it. Bad throw. Misfire to Bayless, who was pretty open. As Aiden Schneider, the freshman from Portland, is very accurate in short field goals. Doesn't try any long ones. Knocks it through. So inside of the final minute in the first quarter, the Ducks drive 66 yards and 12 time deficit in the title. And the Ducks will be down 11 unless Ohio State can do something with the last 48 seconds. This is Samuel. Has a lane at the middle, bounces off a blocker, and is spun down across the 30 as a flag comes in late here. Thrown by the side judge from a long way away. What do you think, dude? Urban Meyer, you got 40 seconds.
During the return, holding, number 31, on the receiving team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
They had all, in many ways, outplaying his Heisman Trophy winning counterpart in the first half. He just handed to Elliott. Not much.
Back when we do that, Zeke Elliott runs the football.
He's running it again, and he's knocked down again, and the Ducks. And that is a run short of the mark.
Situation. They've got to stick to their game plan of running the football.
Johnston with Australian fans watching live on a Tuesday afternoon. Schneider can kick it from a little bit longer than 42 if the setting is there. Mariota flips it short, and the catch made by the sprint down and try to spike it. And flip it short again over the middle. Now a trick play as Tyner flipped it back to Marshall, but Bosa knocks him down, and that'll be the final play of the first half. Ohio. Matt Wogan to kick it away. Curtis Samuel at the goal line. And it'll be a touchback to Tom Rinaldi.
And talking to the offensive linemen and some of the skill players.
Amazing after a third game to do that. Elliott breaks free. Zeke Elliott out across the 45.
It's a counter play where he follows the right guard, Pat Elfine, and Jeff Hireman, the tight end. 2 perfect blocks, and then also a great effort there by Michael Thomas, the receiver. But watch him follow the guard and the tight end. It opens it up perfectly, and there again, you give Zeke Elliott a little bit of room to work with.
Eddie George and Keith Byers, but he's having one of the most productive seasons ever for an Ohio State back. Jones escapes. He dives across midfield. They're trying to tackle Cardell.
To make it work. Now watch the blitz come late. You see how he didn't see it. He was going to go to the right and then come back left. And Tony Washington did a very nice job of disguising. Big part
on the ground to go with his 171 passing. This is Elliott marshaling forward for another first down. Happy-go-lucky guy, but he's all business on the field. Jones looking to throw in first down. Loops it down to the end zone. Thomas. Incomplete. A good one-on-one battle with the freshman.
But Cisse, who stepped in for Ifo Ekpreolamu, the ball comes down. See that right foot? So close, but out of bounds. Correct call again by this crew. There's a bang-bang play. Very, very close. Great up.
Absolutely on the Spencer double reverse touchdown pass. Elliott takes off again. Works the middle. Gets close to a third and short. He did not get the first down. Stopped by Tony. Jones, sneak, didn't get it the first time. Tries to get the corner, dives down near the marker. Did he get it? Oh, what a play by the young quarterback. He was stonewalled on the quarterback sneak, Kirk.
And Oregon does a good job. Christian French, 96, gets out there. The corner Cisse goes low, but he's 6'5", 250. What are you going to do? You're either going to get run over by him, or he's athletic enough to go over top of you. Remember, 6'5", 250, up and over, knowing exactly where the first down mark.
Or so before the snap. To the Ducks, a chance to get off the field there, but once again, Jones has the answer.
False start, offense. 2 players, same time, not set. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Seeing something truly amazing. Fake it to Elliott, pressured again, delivers, complete. And now a fight for the ball. The Ducks, do they take it away again? Yes! Marshall was right there with Danny Mattingly.
I think Rodney Hardrick got in there, the linebacker. Or is that, you're right, Mattingly. Boy, oh boy, Chris, again, they come up with a stop. Another turnover to get the ball back to Mariota. They've done it all year. Lead the nation.
You said they give up a ton of yards. They backpedal, but they do this.
The ball is right into the arms of Marshall, and it just goes right out of his hands. And Mattingly, not giving up on the play, is right there, the freshman out of Spokane, Washington.
It'll go as an interception for Jones, but that's on Marshall.
Great heads-up play by Mattingly.
Buckeyes defense rose up after the first 2 fumbles, but the frustration from third opportunity. Mariota has good protection, loops it downfield, and Marshall is wide open and running free. They will not catch him. It can happen so quickly for the Ducks. 70 yards in the first play of the second half for Oregon.
That's why we talk about the importance of playing 60 minutes. That's why Urban Meyer was so frustrated with that turnover. A chance to potentially put more points on the board. The turnover, and this time, the Ducks do what they've done all year. Third in the nation with points off of turnovers. This time they capitalize.
A smile from Helfrich. You can see why the Ducks said they weren't overly concerned. Missing Carrington and
Allen.
Allen.
On the field was a touchdown. The previous play is under further review.
Are they going to check to see if he dropped the ball too early?
Oh boy, let's take another look.
I don't think he did.
Ooh, it's really close.
It was close.
He's really close.
That's a good catch by the replay booth. He
begins to flip the ball out of his hand. Does he still have control right there, or is it coming out? Let's bring in Dave Kataya to interpret what Jack McDonald, the replay official, is looking at, Dave.
The key is he has to have control when any part of that ball breaks the plane of the goal line. This is really, really close. They're going to have an indisputable shot that ball's coming out before that ball breaks the plane of the goal line. It sure looks like it's moving.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Touchdown.
I don't know, Dave. That is about as close as you can get in that situation to losing control of the ball.
I wouldn't have confirmed it. I would have stood with it.
Remember the Honey Badger for LSU?
Yeah.
Dropped the ball. He didn't catch it that time. Actually dropped it before it hit in the end zone. The SEC championship game of the Ducks. They're going to go for 2 here. Got to cut it to 3. This is Taylor Haley, the holder, is the third-string quarterback. Put the Bucks again ready for it. And 10 seconds. So to cover 70 yards. You said they're the quick strike kings, the cash-in takeaway kings. And suddenly, it's a 4-point game.
You've got a tight end in Bayless that's going to go here. You've got a receiver here that's going to freeze this young man. And then you've got the safety who ends up getting exploited here. He gets caught up in looking at the tight end. And when he moves with the tight end, it opens up a nice crease right behind him in between the corner of Grant and the safety Tyvis Powell. So they use the tight end Bayless to get the eyes affected by Tyvis Powell, and it opens up a vertical seam. And Marcus Mariota knew exactly where he wanted to go with the ball. That play was designed to get the ball specifically to Byron Marshall, who, by the way, is starting to have a pretty good night. We wondered which receiver would step up with Carrington and Allen down. He now has 7 receptions and 146 yards and a touchdown.
Not a natural wide receiver, but a very gifted, productive guy. And again, the bobble from Marshall into the hands of Mattingly on the interception in the very next. Very quickly, Heather. But the Ohio State offense, Kirk, has really only stopped itself. The Ducks have really taken the ball.
The backup job behind Braxton Miller out of spring.
Go back to Elliott. And this has been a huge part of Ohio State's offense. They have not been.
Yeah, that was going to be the key. Does a nice job here. That offensive line doing a good job of sustaining their blocks. And they're pulling either big tight ends or you're sitting Elliott.
This time Jones keeps it, and they're ready for him. They drop him for a loss. It was Cisse off the... Second down, Elliott again works the middle. Muscles free, takes a big shot, but spins across the big glove here.
This is a physical run by Elliott. He took a hit, but he also delivered a hit. Dargan came in there, number 4, but Elliott's running right now with authority.
The pistol on 3rd and 3, and now he'll shift. When in doubt, give it to 12 gauge, and the quarterback is hit. I think he's short, about a yard away from the marker. Now they'll take a look and see if he was, in fact, down before progress was stopped.
go short. See if you can see the ball.
Don't see his knee down. Yeah.
That's a great look at it there. I think they thought he was down there. But you can't tell where's
the ball.
Yeah, you can't tell on that view where the spot would be.
If the knee hits there, the ball would be, I think, very near the 48. Right now they've got it spotted back to the 47.
Well, the 48 would give him a first down.
Let's bring Dave Kataya back in. This is a very sort of unusual replay look for this Big 12 crew. Dave, how would you see this?
Well, you've got the ball there, and it appears.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Fourth down.
I think the views there were tough.
Third and short, fourth and short defense all year. He's in the shotgun now.
Gutsy decision here.
Sure is. If in fact they run a play. Jones to Elliott. First down. It's a little bit deflating for Oregon's defense.
I think he'll take a shot here against man.
Yep. Jones. Backpedaling. Loses the ball. It's out. It is thrown over there. Oregon has recovered the first disastrous play for Cardale Jones. Eric Armstead jumped on the ball. Tyson Coleman knocked it loose. He should have thrown it away.
Absolutely. Trying to keep it alive. He's had so much success doing that, Chris, but once he's outside of the pocket, he's got to just get rid of the football. The ball maybe just came out of his hand.
What is it with the self-fumbles against Oregon's defense? Jameis Winston fell down, dropped the ball.
Yeah, the ball just came out of his hand.
But we've seen this 2 games in a row against Oregon's defense.
It looked like from the first shot that Coleman might have had an impact on the play, but he's just fighting to try to make something happen. The ball just came out of his hands.
To perhaps reclaim the lead. Marshall decides to take it wide. It's a block from Freeman. Freeman has a first down.
Trying to strike.
2-back look again. Tyner had nowhere to run. Pushing the pile backwards was cuts back in the red zone again. Mariota's got it. Follows a block and accelerates down near the 5. Mariota looks into the end zone. Out of bounds. Bayless went up high for it. Buckeyes, Apple, and Bell were right there to shove him out of bounds. Fourth down.
He wanted Byron Marshall, who was in motion, out in the flat, but was taken away by Josh Perry, so he had to come all the way back. A dangerous throw, but he gets it in there to Bayless, and he's pushed out of bounds by Eli Apple.
Very, very alert play by the freshman from New Jersey.
And right. Oregon.
He's from 23. He was good earlier from 26. Just slides it in that right upright. So Ohio State's defense prevents a go-ahead touchdown, forces a field goal, but it's a 1-point game. How will Jones respond after this miscue? We'll find out. Now, Kirk, as the Ducks kick it off down just 10 quick points the first part of this third quarter. How does Cardale Jones, who Tom mentioned, has shaken off mistakes pretty well in his brief career, how's he handle that one?
Well, that's when there's a play caller. Tom Herman's got to look to see what he's most comfortable with to try to get him back into that rhythm that he was in earlier and his offense was in earlier.
Hogan. Elliott. Cuts it back and plows forward. Nice first down game. Tom, what's
put things behind him as your earlier report. He has that ability to do this.
Elliott has a first down. If the Ducks can't stop number 15, it may not. Empty backfield on a first down throw. Thomas into Ducks territory at the 45. That was it. Elliott motions out and gets the swing pass. Cannot get away from Eric Dargan.
They motionship from some seniors.
Dontre Wilson into the game now. He motions across, but it's Elliott again. Exploding up the middle, 10 more yards. Yards and rubber pellets off the field for Elliott. 3rd and 1. Zeke has it again, and he's got another first down inside the 35. Samuel spelling Elliott is behind Jones. Odell wanted to take a shot downfield. It was covered, so he dumps it down to the freshman who gains 8. The poise and execution for Jones on this drive, right off the fumble. There's that push again.
Yeah, they get in the short yardage.
Jones takes off and muscles down for another first down. It's tough to stop.
Sam, keep an eye on the nose guard. Watch him push and then drop. You see him right there? He's taking away the throw that Cardale Jones wanted to make. So instead of throwing it into his chest, he comes off of it and decides, again, the feet or the check down. This time it's the feet for the
backwards. Jones fires a low throw. It's caught by Marshall. Drive. Elliott cuts it back. and burst out inside the 10, first and goal. Very strong in the last half of the season. He's got it again. Elliott! Touchdown, Ohio State on the final play of the quarter.
Plays, 75 yards, 6 minutes and 39 seconds. He follows now the right guard and the tight end. The same exact play, opens it up, and there's Zeke Elliott getting that second level and showing the strength to get into the end zone.
Nats atoned for a couple mistakes as an offense and reclaimed some momentum. Number 8 will be down 8 heading to the final quarter in Arlington. Back after these messages, you are watching the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T. Clinton booting it to that left corner, and this is Nelson at the goal line. Knocked down across the 20.
One of the most quality young men I've ever met.
And Mariota steps up, fires across the middle, caught by Keenan Lowe to the 42-yard line. Freeman, he struggled. The freshman didn't have a great Rose Bowl and showed some hesitation.
Add to his legacy.
And he delivers. Tip broken up beautifully as Lee.
The Ohio State defense that's improved the most. Often blitzes, they ask him for versatility.
Play fast on third down, and Mariota delivers. Incomplete. Again, he was trying to work the far sideline to Marshall. Armani Reeves in coverage, fourth down.
That all goes back to that second down play, the play by Darren Lee. Because if you get Oregon to third down and long, they're not built for that. Their system is just not built. They're
seen a lot more of Elon Wheeler than we usually do in an Oregon game. Hunter moves Marshall over to the 21, takes it on the run, and is dropped right there. This is Jalen Marshall on the end around. Good first down game.
That same effect.
Elliott cuts it back, gallops free across the 40, another first down.
Took him down the field.
There's a first down throw and a completion. Thomas tiptoeing, still alive, and now knocked out at the 36. Bucks claim he stepped out near midfield. The Buckeyes are rolling again.
A nice adjustment what Ohio State's saying to Oregon. If you're going to drop a lot of people, we're going to throw the ball underneath.
We skidded to a stop.
He did. He sure did. He stayed in bounds. But there, instead of trying to always get it downfield, chance if you need it, to try to get behind him.
Corey Smith, the receiver, motions back, and they hand it to him, and Smith around the left end. He's got the ball. He's well strung out by the Oregon defense and knocked down after
in a position to tie the game.
On third down, an empty backfield, and Jones has all kinds of time and delivers to Marshall. First down near the 10.
Two things. The offensive line doing a great job of giving him time. They only rushed 3, which means there's 8. Look how tight those windows are. The patience by Cardale Jones to sit and wait for eventually that window and Marshall to settle down in it.
And Samuel to the left of Jones. And they give it to the freshman from Brooklyn. He's also a physical runner. Again, not the cleanest snap by Jones, but Elliott able to dive forward.
That's the offense. That's what we're watching.
And first and goal. Elliott again barrels in.
And it's Elliott behind that offensive line. Gets in for another touchdown. His third of the night.
76-yard touchdown drive in 9 plays. After the Ducks and Mariota had closed it to a 1-point game. Back-to-back long touchdown marches by Ohio State. Lead back to 15 with 9:44 to play. 4 trips, 1 touchdown, 2 field goals, and a loss of downs. Nelson fakes it to Marshall, and he faked out Ohio State. A flag comes in as the freshman is still running. So Ohio State bought the fake handoff to Marshall, but a flag may nullify the big return. Urban should have told him, look out for that. Flag was way back at the 20-yard line.
It was thrown where it's typically a...
During the return, holding number 33 of the receiving team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
Big strike gets him right back in this game.
Instead, they throw it short here to Bayless. Of course, it was this...
Ohio State not only moving the ball, but possessing the ball.
Flag down before the snap.
False start. Players were not set. Offense 5-yard penalty, second down.
It's Tyner turning the corner. They do get a first down. Now they'll try to use tempo.
Yeah, now the ball outside. Ohio State trying not to give up the big one.
Mariota throws complete. Nope. Incomplete.
Came down on top of him with a lot of weight and a lot of momentum. Right on his shoulder, his throwing shoulder. And you can hear the Oregon offensive line right now. They're not happy.
So Jeff Locke,
After the play,
sophomore.
unsportsmanlike conduct, number 75 of the offense. Penalty being enforced half the distance to the goal. It will be second down.
It's 2nd and 22 after the penalty. And here's Jeff Locke, who's taken very, very few, if any, meaningful snaps in his career, and they misfire again.
Ball start. Number 73 offense. 5-yard penalty, second down.
And Bosa made it look a lot worse.
Locke, meanwhile, thrust into duty in his end zone, scrambles out, throws over the middle and incomplete. From his end zone, Mariota is complete, but Stanford is short of the first down. Did they gain enough that Elfrich is going to go for it here? Down 15. 15 to go.
Well, he's sitting out the punt team. Surprised me, to be honest. I mean, I think at this point, 8 minutes, down 15 points.
Can't stop Elliott.
Yeah, your defense is struggling. Ohio State's going to run the football.
This could be a fake. Now they shift that out there. Locke is still in the game. The backup quarterback was in a puncher's position after the shift, and the Buckeyes call timeout, spotted over there by Meyer.
Yeah, Urban Meyer said, call a quick timeout. With Locke out there, you always have a chance to try to make something happen.
The puncher Wheeler is back there. Fair catch made by Marshall at the 38. Johnston does that backspin. You drop the point, and you kick a sand wedge. And Lloyd makes the fair catch at the 15-yard line. Was injured preseason. Mariota, as a flag comes out, he spins free, fires to Stanford, and made a great one-handed grab on the sidelines, likely to come back, but a wonderful grab by the guy who had a drop early in the game.
Yeah, great catch. Right tackle Crosby on the hold. But
number 73 offense. 10-yard penalty, first down.
All right, no sign of it, really. Mariota trying to escape. Slides down across the 15. I was in Columbus last week. I just had my doubts that they could go 60 minutes and have a full fuel tank. But yeah, I think they have. Huge blow delivered on Tyner over there.
I think a lot of people have looked at Ohio State and look at them as a big, slow, methodical team. If you've watched them play the last few weeks against teams that have a perception of being fast, Grant lowering the boom there on Tyner, I think they've not only looked good, they've athletic.
3rd and 11. Mariota far side. Another pass out of a Duck receiver's hand. Mariota high, throwing complete. A defense sent out on the field after 4 turnovers by the Ohio State offense has limited the Ducks to 20 points. An offense that had scored 42 at least in all 9 of their wins since the Arizona loss. What a job by those guys right there.
No doubt about it. The defensive line, a big night. They knew they'd be tested. They knew they'd be challenged against the tempo. Great job by Luke Fickell, Chris Ash, rotating guys early in the game to try to maintain their strength, their agility, durability for 4 quarters. I think that defensive line was the difference on the Ohio State defense throughout the game.
You take over at the 14, trying to punctuate this victory. Safe play, and Jones stopped for a short gain.
As if he's been there for a couple years with the poise he plays with.
Elliott barrels forward. Elliott one more time, stretching for the first down marker. Should be 1st and goal. And they apparently have drawn the Ducks offside. Miscues were a part of this game for Oregon throughout. They didn't have the turnovers, but some crucial penalties and drop passes.
Offside. Defense contacted the neutral zone.
That's one of those.
The distance to the goal.
That's one of those where you save it for a certain point in the game and go hard count, get him to jump. Also need to mention the job that not just Urban Meyer has done, but his staff. Luke Fickell was under fire last year.
1st and goal. Elliott twisting, fighting, didn't get there. Could run the play clock way down if they want to. Elliott of this national championship win. OH, and they'll fill in the rest.
No doubt about it.
Wow. What a 3-game run for this team, for this quarterback,
and for that running back. Fourth touchdown of the night. And that offensive line, and Ed Warner, I just cannot believe that group and the way they improved. That is remarkable.
A year away? No, I don't think so. Ohio State will be the first champs of this new era. Urban Meyer will win his third. Run those championships. Ardell Jones has a great smile. What a journey from the very, very dangerous streets in Cleveland. Pretty incredible 2 months. A new father is down. Meyer not able to escape the Gatorade bath over there. 6-7 was Ohio State's win-loss record the year before Urban Meyer took over.
Sanctions the first year. 12-0, couldn't go to the postseason.
And for Mark Helfrich, just the 4th loss in his 2-year career. Ducks will come short for a 2nd time at the ultimate hurdle. Close loss to Auburn. More lopsided loss here. It'll be a challenge for that team and that man with Marcus Mariota, we presume, moving on big time.
Yep. They got a lot of guys back except at that spot.
Mariota to Marshall. And he's knocked down.
Again, because of the way Oregon plays defensively, they put so much of an emphasis on playing zone that you just knew that Elliott would have opportunities and the line would be able to open up some running lanes for him, and it ended up proving itself out really these last 3 games now.
Keenan Lowe can't come up with that low throw. And we're down to 8 seconds.
Shelly Meyer, Urban's wife, giving Elliott a well-deserved hug.
Never would have had a chance into the old system to show how good a football team they are. What a year for the Big Ten. We've all beaten up the Big Ten, and then Jim Delaney said there's been reason to. What a strong last month for this conference.
Yeah, January 1st.
For these guys.
Yep.
Mariota escapes. This will be the final play of the game. Heaves it, and it's not fitting. It ends with an interception. And the Ohio State Buckeyes are the first national champions of the playoff era.